Hey there, you read that right. In this video, we're gonna go over how to find unsaturated leads for service-based local businesses. And here's exactly what you will need in order to do so, right? Clay.com, which is a platform where you can import a lot of data from different providers and enrich data using AI. Then Apollo.io, which is like a huge database of different companies with the contact details and everything. Export.apollo, which is a platform which you can use in order to extract like the actual data from Apollo, and with Million Verifier you can verify these emails and make sure they actually exist, so you don't hurt your email reputation, which email is the way we're going to reach out to these people, so you don't want your reputation to take a hit and this whole system not working anymore, right? So why do we want to do this? When verifying emails, a lot of potential leads get lost. Using the name and domain, you can find alternative emails and still contact them, which leads us to finding leads that are totally untapped, unsaturated, and yeah, let's go into the benefits. As I said, you will find untapped leads that no one reaches out to. Less competition means higher prices, and the $99 guys don't have the capability to reach out and compete, right? Which means there's no race to the bottom, unlike if you use leads from AngelList, for example, they're the lowest price always wins, right? But when reaching out to these people, you basically are the lowest price because you are the only one reaching out to these people, meaning more money, more profit, and yeah, a better business, I would say. Okay, so let's say you want to reach out to property managers in Los Angeles, California, and we are going to use Apollo.io for it, right? Apollo.io is basically the platform where you can find various different companies and the people looking or working at those companies, and really make a targeted lead list so you don't reach out to irrelevant people and you get in front of the right people without the gatekeepers blocking your way, right? So let's use the filters that we have here and look for property managers. Property manager in Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles, California, right? Okay. As you can see, we have like 2,000 people here that we can reach out to. So how do we actually get the data of these people? That's where export.apollo comes into play, and we're gonna take the search list here and go onto export.apollo. Log in, just create an account and buy some credits, right? This is necessary, otherwise you can't really, or you can't export the list, right? Name the list here on the list name, property managers, Los Angeles, and let's say, just for demonstration's sake, I will scrape 100 people because I don't want to eat into all of my credits here. Let's go ahead and do so. You can also, let me walk you through the filters here. Scrape only available emails. Don't do this for this specific case because that's where the magic comes into play with Clay.com later on. Email verification, don't do that as well. It costs 1 credit per email and you get it for way cheaper just using Million Verifier. Catch-out verification, wouldn't do so, costs 3 credits per email, and we do everything later on, which I'm going to show you in this video as well. Company name cleaning, haven't done that. And then extra data, this might be useful to get like more information about the specific company. Otherwise you would have to enrich that somewhere else or do it manually. So get extra data, it doesn't cost any extra credits from what I see. So let's go ahead and scrape these lists. They will be here in the history or in the history section, and I will get back to you once this list is actually finished scraping. Perfect, it's done loading. So then you go ahead, click on the download button, and down here you can click download and actually get all of the data in the spreadsheet. And as you can see, all of the data is here. First name, and as you can see already, like a few are without email. This is where our system comes into place, and we can actually enrich that data and find like emails nobody's reaching out to, because people, if you think about it, like most people just wouldn't be bothered and enrich these emails further to, or like try to find the emails anyway, because it's just a lot of effort but we found a way to actually automate all of this whole process. So let me show you, right? This is where we enter clay.com, and I have right here, I've prepared like a few tables, which allows us to automate the whole process of verifying the emails, enriching the different emails based on if they have been marked as risky or catch-all, as bad, or they don't have an email at all. So yeah, let me show you. So we go into here, import, export Apollo data. What happens here is that we click on import people CSV, and take this one here. Add to table, save and don't run. So let's see. As you can see, we have the full name, first name, last name, email. Here we have an enrichment which allows us to verify the emails. LinkedIn profile. If they don't have a website, you can run an enrichment here as well. So let me show you. As you can see here are the websites. So let me show you how this works. We run this. As you can see, they don't have a website here. This allows us to find a website and fill out the domains here. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, let me show you what happens once we run this verifier and show you the different steps that are needed in order to fill out the list and make it complete. This email is good. This email is risky. This email is good, risky, good. As you can see, a lot of empty emails. So I'm going to show you what happens after that as well. Risky, bad emails even. And based on like the quality of these email addresses, we are going to go into different enrichment steps, which I will show you here. These columns allow us to write these email addresses into different tables based on the quality of the email address. So let me show you. These are if they don't have an email, meaning this is like empty. The email address here is empty, right? So let's see what happens in these different tables. No email, which is here. As you can see, I already ran this, so it's important to look for the date it has been created, as you can see here. And because they don't have an email, we first run find email, which is like an enrichment tool which allows you to find different email addresses based on the domain and the full name of the person, right? And as you can see, if we are not able to find any emails, we use Lead Magic, which is another tool which allows us to find these people. And then we run ICPs, which is like another tool, just different databases and different ways of going on and getting these email addresses. Then we verify each email as well before we create another table where all of the different emails, but only the valid ones that we are able to send safely to, are being created. And yeah, then we have a full list of verified email addresses which are safe to send. But this is like only the no email section. So let me show you what happens if we have verified email addresses, meaning they are good to go. Let's queue this and verified. As you can see, created today. Great. And no enrichment happens here just because like these are verified, these are good to go. We don't need to take any further steps. Let's see what happens if they are risky. Risky basically means that the verification tool that we have been using wasn't able to make out, okay, is this like a valid email or is it not? That's why we use another verification tool to see if it's a catch-all email and if it's a valid catch-all email. This is very technical, but it's important to just double verify and double check so we don't end up sending to emails that are not verified. And then the last step is actually the bad emails, means they have been marked as unvalid, which means we need to find alternative email addresses that we can actually reach out to. So let's run this and have a look at this table where we find all of the bad emails. As you can see, just created due to the automation. Find work email, Adam, okay. we know this one isn't valid, so let's find different ones, right? Based on, again, the name and the domain of the company. And if we can find a valid email, or if we can find a valid email, it will be stored in this master email here, and it will be also written to like the table where all of the verified emails come together. And as you can see in this table, it got created today. We know these email addresses are all verified just because we did all of the enrichment. Plus, we do have emails in there that were not on the original email list, meaning we have accounts or people that we can reach out to that nobody else contacts, right? Or at least very few, but in my honest opinion, like I don't think anyone else reaches out to these people besides us and maybe you, if you decide to copy this table and build it out for yourself, right? Because as I said, you can find untapped leads that no one reaches out to, and less competition means higher prices and less competition overall, right? Which is always good. You're basically the only one in the market reaching out to them and offering them a great service. And you might be wondering, okay, this is great and all, but how do I actually contact these people? And how do I write relevant messages that gets me a meeting with those guys or gives me the opportunity to give them a quotation? And I actually made a video about it, which you can find on my YouTube channel, which is called How to Write Emails That Get Commercial Jobs, right? And if you combine the two things that I outlined here in this video, and also what I outlined in the copywriting email, there will be a template as well, which you can just use. If you combine the two, then you will be able to get 20, 30 quotations or quote-ready leads in your area easy every month. I'm very confident in that. So yeah, I hope this is useful. I hope you can put this into use and start signing some deals. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you very much and see you soon.